it's Kim. I was on season 33 of The Amazing Race with my husband. I know it's gonna be shocking to hear this, but I was the planner of the two. I had a packing list in Google Doc form a month before we left. My husband packed the night before. This is the backpack I chose. It's the Deuter Speedlight 22, I don't even know what it means. You have to be able to run with your backpack. So it loops around my waist and it had the chest harness, so it was very comfortable to run in. Here's what I packed. 2 sports bras, one to wear, one to wash, 2 tank tops, a pair of shorts, and a pair of leggings. That was like my main staple of clothes. I wore this buff a lot because I was always really sweaty. I didn't know if I needed like instant mask or something, so this was around a lot. Kept my hair on it was great. This was my daughter's. They took out of her closet. It's a lightweight jacket. I used this a lot because we were traveling in September and October in Europe. I actually did use this lightweight puffy jacket. The beauty of this is it squishes down. I carried using square packing cubes. So I had different sizes, sports bras, undies, socks, t-shirts went into one, pants went into the other. That way I could just kind of grab and go. I think the most important thing I packed in terms of like fashion is what I'm wearing right now. I called it my plain outfit. So I went on Amazon and I got these joggers. And they have this really comfy elastic waistband. This top, let me be a truth teller here. It's black, so I could take my bra off on the plane and I could pop a jacket on and I wasn't grossing anybody out, but I could sleep on the plane because it was like I was wearing pajamas and I had something other to wear than athletic gear. We packed water shoes as our extra pair of shoes. We actually did end up using our water shoes in the first leg in Corsica. We read on the clue that we'd be rowing to the pit stop. So instead of getting our sneakers all wet, we popped on our water shoes and we were able to keep our sneakers dry. Everybody else for the next 2 days had wet sneakers. Did we smell? A little bit, but here's how we did it. I got these Tide little sink packets. I brought about 12 of these. And it would be a splurge. I would wash my leggings, socks, undies, sports bras if we had time, and we'd fill up the sink or the bathtub and do a load of laundry in the hotel room. And then we would just like wring it out, hang it dry, or use the hair dryer to dry it. I got Penn and I a pair of Gooder glasses. This brand, it's again, I got it on Amazon. They're really good quality and they're about 20 bucks. They're plastic and bendy. So when I wasn't wearing them and they were in my bag, I wasn't afraid they were gonna break in two. This right here is my compass. This, as the navigator, took me everywhere. I kept this around my neck and I caught myself running with it for a few times. We never knew where we were going. On this version of the race, they would put you on an airplane and not even tell you where you were going. So even on the airplane, I was tracking which direction we were heading. When we landed and they would drive us an hour from the airport, I'd be writing notes of like which direction we were facing, which direction we were heading. So this compass has seen some things. We'd have an entire map of the country, but I'd use a little magnifying glass to get in there. We had no electronics, so I had my Baby G Casio digital watch, and then this clip-on compass that I just got off of Amazon. So as we were running, I could look down and know, okay, we're heading east. So I wouldn't have to like sit and wait for it to align. It really was helpful in Thessaloniki. We had to run like 5 miles and I needed to know, just general direction, like southeast, which way we were going. Dusty had a really expensive watch with an internal compass, but I felt like this was easier to read and it was super duper cheap. And he even said if he went back on the race again, he would just get this. Headlamp. Our first leg of the Amazing Race was in London at night, and some people forgot to pack these. But as we were trying to read maps and run through the streets, we use this as a headlamp. Even though we didn't have any legs at night this time, I kept this in the side pocket, and I use this all the time if it was darker in the back seat to read the map. This came in handy because there were a few rainy moments. This is actually a raincoat for my backpack. So to keep everything dry inside my backpack, I had a little baby raincoat for my backpack. In terms of toiletries, I tried to, this is the bag I used. It's kind of a mess now, but I tried to use just this one bag for makeup, toiletries, all that good stuff. I went to Sephora and I used all of my Sephora points on everything that was travel. Even my favorite concealer, you guys, my favorite under eye concealer, is a baby. It's a baby concealer. I didn't bring an entire razor because we were gone for almost a month. I just brought 2 of these just cartridges, and I would sit there in the shower and shave my legs just with the cartridge because I didn't want to take up the space with the whole razor. My splurge on space was a tinted sunscreen. So instead of foundation, I wore foundation, I think the first day, and then that was just felt like too much to work. Melatonin. I had to bring the entire bottle so they could kind of inspect it, but then I brought an extra Ziploc bag and I just poured in enough for the rest of the race to sleep, because when I'm stressed, I can't sleep, it's no bueno, so melatonin. You saw me taking a lot of notes. This is my notebook of all of the stuff and the directions, you know, all the directions to all the places. And then I had a whole separate notebook for memories, what happened in every single leg. But 3 different color pens, and here's why. I wanted to be able to draw pictures. If there was a memory challenge at the end, I wanted to get very detailed. I am not an artist, but it turns out those pictures were very helpful. This is my Napoleon. But it got kind of the spirit of the hat. This was that church where Penn had to count all the arches. So this was the pink building where we checked in. And on the back, I would write the details of where it was. So it became my nighttime activity to kind of go through the leg, write down any numbers, memories, people, places, and I would use my multicolor pens and color them in. It took a long time to whittle this down. I would put everything in the backpack and go for a run, and if it seemed too heavy, I would take things out. But it has really informed the way I pack for trips now. I don't bring nearly as much stuff. I just try to get very specific, and I re-wear a lot of clothes on trips. So if you see me on vacation, I'm gonna be in the same outfit every day. Do you have any expert packing tips? I would love to hear them. Also, if you have more Amazing Race questions, I can try to answer them. Thanks for watching. I hope this was interesting. And if it wasn't, we'll do something else way funnier next week. I promise.
Check out our merch, check out our book, check out our blog. It's at theholdernessfamily.com.